I'm Command Sergeant Major David Pitt, Command Sergeant Major of the 82nd Airborne Division. Over the last year, we've explored living the legacy through the eyes of paratroopers past and present. Going forward, we will explore what living the legacy means to some of our phenomenal leaders. I can think of no better place to start than right here with the Command Sergeant Majors of the 82nd Airborne Division.
I am tied to the legacy of the division by virtue of spending 20 plus years here in division, rising from Sergeant E5 up to Command Sergeant Major of the division.
To really be honest with you, a little bit later on, you start thinking about the responsibility and say, okay, I'm responsible for all those paratroopers over there in the division, taking care of them, making sure that they're treated fairly and trained properly.
Every Monday I go down and do the newcomers briefing, just ask the troops, what the best state to be in. They will holler, California, North Carolina. I said, no, state of readiness is the best state to be in.
When I tell people I had 408 parachute jumps, it's first question is, how do you get so many jumps? And a great deal of those are night jumps. I was selected to be on this system called the Adverse Weather Aerial Delivery System.
The best thing about being in charge, in my opinion, was the ability to help people. When you focus on something, it's going to get fixed. When you could step in and fix that problem immediately, that's probably what gave me so much satisfaction.
It's a lot of fun. When you sit on top of the empire, it can't help but be fun.
How many units can be notified of an upcoming deployment on 6 August and 18 hours later be sitting in Saudi Arabia? And that's what happened to us. So I thought that was a major accomplishment for the Falcon Brigade during that period.
And one of the things that I think is special about this organization is whenever we jump into combat or we're going to go somewhere and jump into combat, the first person out of that door is the 82nd leadership. And I think youngsters see that and see that their leaders are going to do everything that they ask them to do, they're going to do. And I think that's what makes them very special, makes them so motivated.
You need to stand by because General Vines want to talk to you. You got to make a decision on who the next division sergeant major is going to be. He said, well, All-American 9, I just want to welcome you. He said, All-American 9, that's the famous call sign for this division. All-American 9. D-Man, I felt that I had just won $1 million lottery because I was coming back home, coming back to the division. I said, yes!
My service in division and especially as a division command sergeant major was very rewarding. There's no better unit in the Army than this division. It has a rich history. We have the best commanders, sergeant majors, soldiers, well motivated, physically fit. What more could you ask for if you're going to serve in the armed forces here? If
you don't remember the issues from the past, it can be a real issue for the future. Those men and women that I served with in the first Gulf War are very important to me, very close. As you could probably understand, when you serve with soldiers of the 82nd in combat, it becomes a special time. And I have to go all the way back to those days.
I was in command during 9/11. I can remember it very well. Just as we got up in the general office, we was looking, seeing the aircraft hit the second tower there in New York. And the gut feeling just left you because we know we was something bad just happened in the United States, and where were we going to go from here? And being the division, then we wanted to work for 18 hours, wheels up. I know pretty soon we were going to get that phone call. Took the division initially to Afghanistan, and then the division when we first went into Iraq.
As you know, most of these new division troopers have deployed numerous times to different parts of the world, whether it's Afghanistan or Iraq, and as a result, they're going to have a great contribution to the legacy of the division. The difference in the division right now was the new construction. All the old buildings that I first lived in here at Bragg on Ardennes Street are gone, replaced by these new monster buildings.
But what hasn't changed is the individual soldier here in the division. I think the individual soldier, non-commissioned officer are still are probably even better than when I was here, and that's what I'm happiest about. That hasn't changed. The paratrooper is still very motivated, highly motivated, and that's a very good thing.